Hi, everyone. The last 26, 30 odd days have brought a realization to me that uh, Shanghai, China is pretty much on a standstill. Um, and there are a lot of companies that are putting their China expansion plans on hold, and they're thinking about implementing something in the second half of this year. Now, my biggest belief is that we should always be prepared for the next market. We need to do our homework and at the same time take action in certain areas in order to be able to move forward. So today I wanted to offer you what you can do now in this period to get yourself prepared for the Chinese market and make sure that you are doing your homework. And I'm going to provide you with 5 tips on exporting to China because the trend is really that consumer products are getting into the market. So tip number 1 is trademark registration. What is the financial value of your brand assets? If this is something where you want to protect it in China, this is something you can do right now. Think about registering your brand assets and getting that all set up before you even start doing business there is fundamental and vital so that nobody else squats or hijacks your brand assets, preventing you from actually getting into it. So tip number 1 is really trademark registration, patent registration, copyright registration, whatever you're doing to make sure that you are protecting yourself when you're going into China. Tip number 2 is data. Do you know the data that you need to make decisions about the sales channels you're going to be using in China, about who you're going to be targeting and niching in China, about what products from your product portfolio you're going to be selling into China? If you're selling consumer products, have you thought about doing focus groups and getting your products tested to see what the market feedback and resonance is? Getting all of this market research done, again, is part of the preparatory work, and you can do this now. People aren't dead in China. They can do things from their homes, and you can certainly obtain your data on where the opportunities lie, to what extent are the opportunities in China, so that you can create a sales channel strategy on how you want to go through. Tip number 3, build an ecosystem of partners. I talk a lot about the value ladder, which is about how you want to work with partners in China, but the first step is building up this network of partners, of people within the ecosystem that you're going to need in order to kick this off and get the ball rolling. Now, there's a whole variety of people you may want to approach, not only to get market insight from, but also just to have conversations with on how to do business. What would be the best strategy? Getting opinions. People love to talk in China, especially in this moment of time where people are locked up at home. This is the greatest opportunity to be able to share with them as they do. So reach out. People, whether they are e-commerce platforms or talking to logistics providers, talking to TPs, talking to distributors, talking with media agencies, you need to create your ecosystem. Talk to corporate service providers so they can guide you on what might be the appropriate business models, or they may even help you to create a phased approach to your China strategy. Don't forget, people are going to help you to get the ball rolling. These people are on the ground and they are going to support your business. So reach out to them today and make sure you're talking to as many people as possible. Tip number 4 is vet those partners. Before you actually sign any contracts with a partner where they're going to fulfill a service for you or where you're going to actually be fulfilling a service for them, you want to know who you're working with. So do a bit of due diligence. And you can do a lot of this desktop research from home, from your office, if you're lucky enough to be working from your office. So don't forget to vet your partners and think about what aspects you want to investigate. Are they real? Are they fake? Do they exist? What kind of clients do they have? And perhaps even talk to references. Tip number 5 is after you've done all these steps from 1 to 4, Create a business model, create a strategy, create a sales channel strategy, create a marketing strategy, depending on how you're planning to go into the market. Remember, we need to put pen to paper and actually write something down so we have a guideline, an operational guideline on how we're going to execute once China starts opening. And like I said, this is your homework. This is what you can do right now while China is still at a standstill. This is your homework. Don't lose out on the opportunity that as soon as China is awake, that actually then you start planning and get set up, get prepared. And if you need help on this is exactly what Woodburn Accountants and Advisors does. We can support your business in terms of exporting to the training. So don't hesitate to reach out. We'd like to talk about a conversation. Friday,